I'm going to go through the steps on how to set up your website, your personal website for this class or your student portfolio. I'm going to do one video for both interactive media and intro to computers. So there will just be some little changes or little differences, but for the most part, it's going to be exactly the same, okay? So for this assignment, you're going to be setting up your personal student portfolio website to be used to show artifacts and unit reflection throughout this course below is a guide to starting. So setting up your website. The first thing you have to do is go to a website called Google Sites. Hint, you're going to click the waffle and find sites, and then click blank to start a new site. So you're going to open a new tab in Google. And when the waffle shows up, these 9 little dots in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to go ahead and click on it, and you're going to find sites. Okay. You also can go to google.com/sites. That's another way to get to this. And then when this opens, for those of you who are new to the class, you're going to go ahead and click blank right here to open a blank website. Okay, and then it's going to eventually load. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to name it. Okay, I'm going to go back to the instructions really quick. Okay, so it says in the top left corner, you're going to change the words untitled site to your name and class period. Example, Mrs. Shu/Chu. Okay, and then click the your page title. I'm going to show you that in a second. Text box and click the trash can to delete it because we're going to upload our very own banner that you created in the graphic design unit as the banner of the website. Boy, this is taking a long time to load. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to go up to untitled site in the top, and I'm going to rename it Mrs. Shu. Whoops. I really am, I promise. Whoops. Mrs. Shu, and then whatever class period you happen to be in. Oops, I hit enter instead of 2. And then when you click out of it, it should show up here. Okay, this is what I want you to get rid of. This your page title. So click on it. This little pop-up is going to come up. Just trash it, remove it, because we're going to upload your banner that you created in Pixlr. Okay. So to upload your banner, you're going to go to change image in the bottom left corner, and you're going to upload it from your computer. You should have it loaded on your computer. If you didn't download it in Pixlr, let me just hit cancel for a second. On the instructions, I give you 4 different ways that you can find your Pixlr banner if you just don't happen to have it loaded on your computer, okay? I do have one loaded on my computer. So when I go to upload, I have one right here. And now I have my banner, okay? For header type, okay, right now it is just set to a regular banner. You can change it to title only, okay? And that's not good because I don't have any text. Okay, I have a banner, which is what I was using. A large banner just makes it bigger on your page. And then cover up. Ooh, it didn't change. It might be the size that I put in my banner, but normally it would cover up your entire page. Okay, I'm going to use banner. You also have, now it's not being very cooperative, but that's okay. You have these little things in the corner, which is to remove an overlay. Okay, it tries to adjust the color, the brightness to make your text show better. I don't know if you can see a very slight changes just because my text shows up pretty well anyway because it's white, but you can try clicking on this button if you need to lighten or darken how the color looks. I am losing my graphics. So because I'm losing my graphics, what I would actually do is I would go back into Pixlr and I would make adjustments. I would upload a new one and then put it back on my computer. Now you can go to preview over here as well, just so you can see this here. This is how my banner would look if someone was using this on a laptop or a computer. So this is actually pretty decent. Okay, if someone were using my website on a tablet or viewing my website on a tablet, they would see this. Okay, and if they were viewing it on a cell phone, they would see this. Okay, so you can actually see if you need to make adjustments, what the adjustments would be on each type of device that a person is using. I'm going to go ahead and click the X there. All right, so I've uploaded my banner. I'm going to go back to the instructions. And I did say here, if you're not happy with how your banner looks, go back into Pixlr, create a new one. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start adding pages. So on the sidebar on the right, click Pages. Float your mouse over home, click the 3 dots and choose Add Subpage. And we're going to name it either Interactive Media or Intro to Computers, depending on which class you're in. So if you look over here on the right, you have 3 different categories. Insert, and this is when we're going to start actually inserting content onto our pages. Pages, we're going to create our pages. And then themes, deals with the type of fonts, the color schemes, all that. We don't have to worry about that today because today we're not actually customizing our pages. So we're going to go to pages. Right now we only have a home page. That's all we have. So the only thing listed here is home. If you float your mouse over home, you're going to see 3 dots pop up. We're going to add a subpage. Okay, and we're going to name it the name of our class. So it's either going to be interactive media or it's going to be intro to computers, depending on which class you're in. And then you're going to click done. Okay, so now we have 2 pages. We have our home and we have our interactive media. Don't worry about how this looks yet, because right now, this is our interactive media page. We're going to be customizing our banners on all our pages later on when we actually start creating content. So don't worry about your banners. Right now, we just want to worry about creating pages. Okay, now here's a really, really important part. Okay, we're going to create all of the units that we're going to create pages for all of the units that we're going to be doing in this class. But we want to make sure that they are subpages of our interactive media or intro to computers page. Okay, we don't want them to fall under home here. We want them to fall or be indented under interactive media or intro to computers, depending on which class you have. So as you're adding subpages, make sure you click the 3 dots under interactive media. So click 3 dots. We're going to add a subpage. Okay, and if you go back and look, our first subpage is going to be graphic design. We're going to click done. Okay, now here's a really, really, really important part. Okay, our second subpage is going to be called photo editing. Okay, do not click the 3 dots under graphic design because photo editing is not a subpage of graphic design. It's a subpage of your class interactive media or intro to computers. So every single time you're adding a subpage for our units, please go back to the name of your class, interactive media or intro to computers, click the 3 dots there, add a subpage, and then I'm going to do photo editing. I'm going to click done. And then if you notice for interactive media, we have coding, programming, animation, app development, 3D modeling, passion project, reflection blogs. If you are in intro to computers, you're going to have a little bit of a different list. So make sure you're following that list. Okay, so make sure you follow the correct list. But again, I'm going to go back to the 3 dots next to my class. I'm going to add a subpage, and then you just continue on and make sure that you add all of your pages. Okay, so I would go back here. Oops, wrong one. I do not want to go next to home. I want to go next to interactive media, add subpage, programming, and then you keep on going until you have all of your pages. So then I would have animation, app development, 3D modeling. So go back to the 3 dots next to interactive media. And I completely forgot what I wanted to type. Animation, and then animation, then app development. Okay, here we go. So animation, done. Next to 3 dots next to interactive media, add subpage, app development. Okay, the 3 dots next to interactive media, add subpage, 3D modeling. I'm going to go back, and then we have passion project and reflection blogs. So next to interactive media, the 3 dots, add subpage, passion project, done. And then our last one is going to be reflective blogs. So next to interactive media, the 3 dots, reflective blogs. Okay, now all my pages are created. Okay, to customate your navigation bar, click the settings cogwheel either near the top right of your screen on the left side. So you can go up to this little cogwheel here and you can adjust the mode. So right now, notice to go from page to page, if I click home right here, you can see I have my interactive media. I can click this down pointing arrow and it has a list of all the pages I've created. Okay, if I don't want this to be on the top, but I'd rather have it going, whoops, let me just move my picture here, going down the left, I can go to this little cogwheel and under mode, instead of top, I can change it to side. And now I have my list of pages here going on the side. So you get to choose which one you want, okay? So that's one thing you can do. You can also change your color of the bar that goes across the top. Right now it's transparent. You can have a white background. Notice now it became a white background, or you can have a black background. Okay, or if you don't like any of those, again, you can go back to transparent. And then you can play around and kind of just see what each of these things do too if you want to go through and look at these. But those are different settings that you can adjust. And then to add a footer. So I usually add my email address as a footer on my page. You don't have to do this, but you can if you want. But basically, if you float your mouse at the bottom, you're going to see a pop-up that says add footer. So you can hit plus, and then you can say, contact me or email me, and then start typing your email. Okay, and you can decide what size you want your text to be. You can center it. You can, you know what we should do though? We should really create a link here to our email, right? Okay, so I just clicked on the link button here, okay? And then I'm just going to close it out. And now when you put a footer on, it will appear no matter where you put it, which I put it on my reflective blogs, but no matter which page you go to, now I'm on my coding page, it'll show up on every single page. If I go to my home page, it shows up. So it'll go on every single page. Anything that's in the footer will automatically be on every single page, okay? So we're done with that part. Now here's something really, really, really important. You want to publish your site before exiting every time, because then you know that everything is saved. So you're going to click publish in the top right corner, appear published. It's this purplish blue button. You're going to get this pop-up asking for your web address. Everything's fine. Go ahead and click publish. And now it's basically all saved and ready for you to continue working on it. Okay, now you need to turn it in. Okay, so that's pretty important as well. Okay, so here's a really important step. Click the link below to open the Google form you're going to use to submit this assignment. So I made it really, really big. Click the link. You're going to open a Google form, and you're going to fill this out. And this will give me access to your edited and your published website. So this is really, really important step to do, okay? So choose your class period, whatever period you happen to be in. Type your first name, type your last name. Okay, I want your editable website address. So notice I copied the URL at the top of the page. So I go back to my website, and here's the URL at the top of the page, right? This URL. So you're going to copy and paste this. So you can right-click copy, go back to Google Sites. Under your answer, you're going to Control-V or copy-paste. But I also want your published website link. So notice I have an arrow pointing to the little link button in the top right. So click on the little link button here. And it's going to tell you what the link is of your published site. Can you go ahead and please copy this link? Copy link. Go back to your Google Sites. Paste that at the bottom. And then please go ahead and submit that to me. Okay? And then it is officially turned in. Please let me know if you have any questions. Otherwise, enjoy doing this.